Hello and welcome back. Today I'm taking out the Salem for a spin, which is a ship that I have really enjoyed playing lately. It is in all sense of purposes a Des Moines. It's just slightly more aggressive, I would say, mostly since you have the super heal, which helps you a lot to deal with any incoming damage. Obviously, missing the legendary of Des Moines is a bit frustrating, because, well, the Des Moines legendary is just so incredibly awesome. But if you find good positions where you can just pump out shells and heal any potential incoming damage, you can still do extremely well in the Salem, and like I said, it's a ship that I have really enjoyed playing, mostly because of we can be a bit more aggressive and take some more damage. In this particular game, I am playing a division with Sol in the Shimakase and also Mid, who is playing the Haragumo. It is a CV game, but it's tier 8 and the Salem AA is very good, so it's not a major concern. The perhaps biggest concern, at least what it looks like, is that the enemy team has a triple Stalingrad division. Luckily, it looks like they are going to the north while we are heading south, so we at least don't have to deal with them quite yet. I am taking a position quite near the island here. It is mostly so that I can radar into B for Sol and Mid, but also to provide with some AA if needed, and to be able to shoot any ships that are heading in this direction. The radar of the Salem is sadly significantly weaker than it is on the Des Moines, since it's only 8.5 kilometer range. But I push near enough to be able to radar the Haragumo Shimakase for mostly Mid in the Haragumo, but it does help to quickly get him killed. Obviously I have to hold off a bit here to avoid any incoming torps, which will likely be coming. But the Buffalo is nice enough to sail out in the open with broadside, and I can punish him a bit before he starts turning away. And as expected, there are the torps, probably from the Haragumo. But I am perfectly safe here behind the island and can pummel the Buffalo a bit, while the rest of the team is getting into position. I have to reverse back a bit since I am getting focused from the battleships. But I can fairly easily get behind the island and be more safe. And of course, like I said before, I have the super heal. You might also have noticed that I switched between HG and AP extremely quickly, and that is because I am running the Halsey Commander on the Salem and Des Moines, which gives 75% reduction in time for switching between shells. And that is definitely nothing groundbreaking, but it is really good to have that quick switch between HG and AP, so that when the opportunity arises you can pump in some AP instead of waiting for your AP to be loaded. Around here I will say that I am a bit too passive. There are several battleships though, so I am therefore hesitating pushing in more. But I probably could have pushed a bit more. But as the Montana is currently spotted, I can lob some shells on him. And of course you also see the incoming rain of shells from mid. And Sol is heading into B to cap it. Since most of our team followed us here in the south, our northern side is basically gone. Which means that we will have to start dealing with that side sooner rather than later. Montana is going down, which will open up for me to start pushing into the cap and towards the other side. Sadly I don't get the kill, instead it's mid once again. But now that he is dead, I will start moving up a bit, but it also not perfect opportunity since I am quite in the open when I push out, and there are a lot of battleships in this area. The Buffalo also seems very intent on retaliating a bit, and he is focusing me instead of the battleships. In the north we see the Stalingrads coming, so I have already stopped firing in order to get undetected and be able to push up in order to help deal with the oncoming ships there. Solo takes the enemy Shimakaze. I am not in the best position to help him out. Yes, I could probably hit him, but I am giving broadside to all the ships in the east, and he also smokes up. Again, limited range on the radar, so I have to close the gap before I can attempt to detect him.
Torpedoes, direct front.
Mid is also coming with us here to repel the enemy northern flank, as I radar the Shimakaze and start trying to get him killed. Miss a bit here, not the best salvos, but he goes down, and once again it's mid taking the kill. Bump into the friendly monarch a bit here, but I'm mostly just trying to get in position to start shooting at the Stalingrads that are coming this way. Obviously between the torpedoes from both Sol and mid and the guns of mid and my guns, is not really a good opportunity for the Stalingrads. And you might be a Stalingrad, but sailing broadside to a Salem or Des Moines will get the citadel. And we notice that most likely these Stalingrad players are not players that have had it for very long, but probably have had to save a lot of steel or spend a lot of time saving steel to get it. Because they are not really playing it particularly well. And at this first time of proper opposition, they turn away and try to get out of harm's way. So I spend some time shooting at Rune instead, get that triple citadel salvo and continue to do good damage on him. He's also eating some torps and another citadel from me. And sadly, once again, I did not get the kill, but another ship on the enemy team dies. And we have a pretty good lead at this point. Both teams currently have 2 caps, but we are taking C. And with the lead in ships, it is looking pretty good for us. Another of the Stalin division gives me broadside and he gets punished a bit more. And I have to say it does feel really good to be able to punish Stalingrads like this. Because they are annoyingly tanky if played properly. So to be able to retaliate a bit is always nice. And we see that they are taking a substantial amount of damage from me. I also said in the beginning that since the Salem does not have the insane legendary of the Des Moines, finding good positions is definitely key, and you might have noticed that I've spent most of this game sitting behind an island and lobbing shells at anything that I can. This is pretty standard US light cruiser gameplay, so again nothing groundbreaking, but it shows just how potent these ships are if played to their strengths. I am closing in on 180,000 damage and still no kills, which is extremely annoying. Soul surprisingly also has no kills. Usually, as you know, he is a bit of a kill stealer. But he is playing Shimakaze and sometimes that can be a bit difficult to get kills when the enemy ships are mostly running away. The game is not that far from ending. We have controls of 3 caps, we have the lead in ships, and we have far better positioning than the enemy team, which are all huddled up in the north side of the map. Apart from the CD, which is being run down by a couple of our ships. I stopped from pushing out once again to make sure that I don't give the Vanguard or any of the ships over there too much to shoot at. But it does mean that I lose sight a bit, and since the game is very close to about to end, I need to start to do some damage and see if I can get a kill. Sadly, I will not manage that. I will end at around 196,000 damage with a win.